Good morning, good morning, good morning. On a Tuesday. SF Bokaki, Robert Dyer, Makoto Hasibe, James Lonergan, British Expat. How are you, sir? I keep missing your live stream. Sorry about that. I'll get in there one day. I appreciate you showing up here, friend. John Maloney, good morning, SF Bokaki. Hello again. Matt Hammer. All right. People are filing in quickly. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for joining. British Expat put a video up. Obviously it was an older video of the Goshen Resort, which I was at Christmas time 2018. We visited Goshen, and I was surprised, British Expat, at your video, how much it's changed, how much construction is going on there. We noticed, my wife and I, many different structures that were built in your video that we didn't see when we were there in December of 2018. So pretty cool. Very impressive place, that Goshen Resort. That's in, actually, I believe it's considered even north of Mabalacat. Mabalacat City. Tess Delgado, hello neighbor. Doing good. No, you changed your name. I keep forgetting you changed your name. It always throws me off. Hello, Tess. Makoto says, okay, British Expats expired as well. Yeah. No worries, mate, as they would say in Australia. No worries, mate. You got 30 days at the end of GCQ, to renew. So it's no problem. Kind of fun being an overstayer, though, right? I'm digging that. And I can buy Red Horse tonight. I'm going to be an overstaying drunk here, about 6 p.m. Philippines time. Makoto. Yeah, well, there's plenty of people anxious to see the Philo in the Philippines live stream, baby. It's almost like, waiting on the newest Apple Watch. You're standing out in front of the Apple store. Robert Fitzsimmons, you have 30 days after GCQ is lifted. You don't have to worry. All foreigners are given amnesty by the Bureau of Immigration during the crisis that we are in. You don't have to worry about getting it done. Just go after GCQ is lifted when you're allowed out. It's no problem, mate. AICS USA. Haven't seen you around in a while. How are you, sir? Robert Dyer, no, the bananas, here in the Philippines, they do honor the neighbor system, and the neighbor came over and cleaned up the whole mess. The neighbor hired some kids with bolos to come over and clean up the whole mess, so they got the bananas. There's nothing you can do with green bananas like that. I mean, you could, both Johnny B and Melanie were unamused by the green bananas. It made a great picture, though, right? They were saying, no, we can't do anything with those bananas. Give them to the neighbors. Justin Rogers, good morning. Tess, yes, alcohol is for sale again here today. At least in our subdivision, it's for sale. All of the I spoke to two different sorry stores yesterday. They told me to come back at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. They would have fresh red horse for me to purchase. I'm super excited. Yeah. British expat, I think it's going to be fine. I'm supposed to be in Taipei. Melanie and I were supposed to be in Taipei, well, a week ago, because we do the Balak buy-in every year. We travel out of the country and come back in. And that got canceled. So I'm going to have to go back to a tourist visa for a little while. Actually, I think I'm just going to file the 13A this time. Because I don't think international travel is going to happen for quite a while. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. You were here last week with Joseph. Yeah. Peter T., good morning. Peter T. British expat, a 13A is a residence visa. If you're married to a Filipina, you're eligible for a 13A. And that gives you permanent residency, permanent residence card. Your ACR card would say resident and not tourist. And actually, the 13A gets you quite a few benefits. You can even legally have a job here on a 13A. Got to be married to a Filipina, though. It's super cheap. It's $11,000 to file. And what happens is once you file that 13A, and I can give you a channel, British Expat, to go to that you can learn about the 13A. It's Pirate Cove, Philippines. Once you pay your $11,000 for the processing, it takes about 3 months to get approved. You've got to go to the embassy with your asawa, your Filipina wife, and do an interview with the U.S. embassy, or in your case, it's going to be the Australian embassy. So, yeah, okay. Okay, you're not legally married to a Filipina. Okay. Well, then you can go for the SRRV. Look into that. SRRV visa, which would also gain you permanent residence, but you got to put, I think it's 20,000 USD in a Philippines bank. Timmy Ramjam, good morning. Yeah, SRRV, British expat. You can look into that too. And I'll post the channel name here for you too. It's my buddy Walter, great YouTuber and very, very knowledgeable on visa statuses and visas that you can apply for. Hold on a second. Let me give Walter a plug. He'll be in the room, by the way, I'm sure. Let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. God, I got to clean up my subscriptions. I've got way too many. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Copy, paste. Copy. This is Pirate Cove. Pirate Cove, Philippines. Please check him out if you haven't. And Timmy Ramjam, good morning. He's my neighbor over here in Malolos. Very good friend of mine. Used to work in the airline industry. Used to work for McDonnell Douglas, Boeing. He's very well connected with what's happening with the airlines and international travel. And he was a guest here a couple of weeks ago. So check him out. He's got every type of visa available to a foreigner on his channel. Okay, we've got 32 in the room, 10 minutes in. That's pretty good. I'm killing it. Killing it. Killing it, baby. My mouth waters a little bit every time I say the words red horse. It's been so long. I'm super excited. I know Johnny V's going to be excited too because he doesn't know. He doesn't know that we can buy. There's Pirate Cove. Hey, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Justin Rogers, you can live here for the rest of your life on a tourist visa. Yeah. The thing about the 13A and the thing about the SRRV is you don't have to leave the country. You'll never be required to leave the country. Also, that 13A visa, I think once you go through the initial cost for the application, then you're on what's called a probationary resident visa for the first year. You go back, and I think you pay another 10,000 pesos, and boom, you get your resident ACR card. And then you only have to go back once a year, and I think it's 500 pesos a year or something after that. So it's super cheap. It's just a little bit of, you got to go to the embassy and do an interview, but hey, that gets you into the city and you can spend a couple of nights and go have fun in Manila. So Timmy Ram Jim, I've never had a bad bottle of Red Horse, but there's plenty of talk about it. Never met anybody who had a bad bottle of Red Horse. Red Horse GoFundMe. Dennis says 310 pesos. 310 pesos a year. So see, that's even cheaper. Murray, thank you, sir, for the super chat. That's awesome. And that buys a lot of Red Horse. That's 500 pesos. Red Horses are 82 pesos a bottle. So that's 8 down, carry the 9. How many bottles is that? 6? Yeah, 6 bottles. Very nice. Hello again to Walter from Pirate Cove. If you want to come on, Walter, let me know. We'll bring you on, brother. We can bring you on. I don't know if my lovely wife is joining this morning or not. I actually got here just in time today. Are you guys impressed? That's right. No Filipino time for this vlogger today. How you like me now? Ramel, good morning. How are you, Ramel? My South Caloocan brother. So I don't know if our SM opened up today, but our local Class A mall, Zabarte Town Center, opened up yesterday for the first time. So interesting to see what's going to happen, because from what I have read on the internet, don't have to do the 13A in Manila. Oh, you mean the annual report? Yeah. You can go anywhere for the annual report, but the initial, I think, is at the okay, Walter's going to join us. That's going to be cool. We'll have another foreigner homeboy on the panel. Always good to have homeboys on the panel. 2 beers, good morning. 6.09756 bottles. Ramel says, booze time in Caloocan, baby. Booze time. Oh, you can't see the... There he is. You see your... Ramel loves my Jollibee up there. Where is it? Well, that's hard to do. Bag of cashews. British expat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see how long the. Oh, what I was saying is, sorry, I got sidetracked. Cavite opened up their SM malls and then turned around and shut them back down again because there was no discipline. And, basically the people were going to the mall and thumbing their nose at the, how do you call it? Quarantine requirements while in public. So they shut the malls back down again in Cavite. At least that's what I read. Now, maybe that's not true. I believe everything if it's on Facebook, because we all know that Facebook is the internet, right? You know that, right? Sounds a little kinky. Everybody knows Red Horse, Clyde. All the mold because the AC was off. Now that's funny. Jameson at JJ's. Yeah, there's also a kind of a craft liquor store about four doors down from JJ's on the right, which is a good place to buy. You can get discounts there. James. Nice. Okay. That's good to know. Jimmy Ramjam, I thought you were in Los Angeles. Clyde, that's sarcasm. Oh, you're in Australia. You can say that. Sarcasm does not fly here in the Philippines. No one would ever understand it. British expat also knows that Facebook is the internet. If you see it on Facebook, it's true. Jameson. Oh, man, I used to really love Jameson. That's an Irish whiskey for those of you that don't know. Even all the seats in the movie theater were covered with mold. Yeah, I don't think I'm in a hurry now to go see a movie. I wonder, I wonder, 700 deaths. My wife always posts the. Oh, it's way more than that, isn't it? Oh, let's see. Oh, you're speaking of. Okay. I don't know. Alcohol in general is really an acquired taste. Gin is proof of that because there's nothing that tastes more like shit than gin. But the funny thing about The funny thing about sorry, yeah, you were talking about like freeway deaths or motorcycle deaths, I think. Um, Southern Comfort. I'm a Jack Daniels guy. And there was, which is rot gut, but it was, it's cheap and gives you a really nice mellow buzz. And then there's a Jack Daniels Black or something that I could get in the US that was really good. And what was the other whiskey that I would buy? I'm going to have a minute to think about it. But Jameson was always good. That was in the tall green bottle. And then there was another one that was in a, I'll think of it here eventually. Dennis Adam, good morning. How are you, sir? Tanduai, yeah. Here where I live, the MP is, the king of the alcohol. Everybody loves Imperador. Bushmills. John and Maria, good morning. Our friends in Mindanao, good morning, John and Maria. Maker's Mark is a good one. Yeah, Maker's Mark. No, I'll think of it. It's a higher end whiskey. I can see the bottle in my head. I might have to Google it. I can picture the bottle, but I can't remember the name of it. It was one of my favorites. I didn't buy it much because it was a little more expensive. Let's see. Boy, this laptop is getting hot. Hold on a second. Let me run out and get my. I'll just be 2 minutes. I've got to get my laptop fan. That's what I need. Oh. Get some air flowing up underneath this laptop and get the aircon on. Wow. I'm surprised it got that warm. Okay, where are we at? Wild Turkey, Fundador. Yeah, Fundador's good. Oh, I'm way behind. Crown Royal's good. That's not what it. I'll see if I can find it on Google real quick. It's kind of bugging me now that I can't remember it. Cossack vodka. I always liked, here we go. Woodford Reserve. I have had that and seen that. It's really good. If I open up the Bevmo, if I can open up the Bevmo page, I'll find it. Just remember. The Wine and Liquor Superstore. Yeah, baby. Let me see if I can find this real quick because now it's bugging the shit out of me. Oh, it's not going to let me shop unless I sign in. That's bullshit. Come on. What kind of shit is that? I'm not on the VPN, that's why. It's blocking me. Oh, hello, Honeyco. Adventure of Malai in the house, baby. Walter's ready to come on. Southern Comfort and Coke. Okay, Walter, give me just a minute. The Adventure of Malai is in the house, but I think she's on her phone. Yeah. She's back there sewing something. I don't know what she's sewing something back there. Ed Crandall, good morning. Mr. Ed's Midnight Grill. Who's Peoples? Ed Crandall. Yeah, baby. Boy, it just pisses me off that I got blocked by Bevmo. Okay, Walter, I haven't forgotten about you. Walter's going to come on, and we're going to shoot the shit like we always do. Everyone's saying hello to Malai. Mojo. Well, Mojo's, yeah. I can do Mojo. The thing about the Mojo is, no, Jack Daniels would be so easy to remember. I'll think of it here in a minute. I'm trying to think of how I can. Not Glenlivet. No, that's another Irish whiskey, isn't it? Not Jim Beam. No, this was. You paid a little bit more money for this, but Jim Beam is rot gut. I mean, that's like drugstore whiskey. What is that? What is Jim Beam? $6 a fifth? I'll think of it here in a minute. It's funny because I can see the bottle in my head, and I would only drink a very little bit of it. Back in the U.S., I would only drink a little bit of it because I didn't want to. Let me see if there's a whiskey.com. I bet there is. Since Bevmo's blocking me. Oh, I bet if I hit images, it'll come up. Just whiskey images. Ah, here we go. Unfortunately, I can't post the. I'm not on the paid version. There we go. It was Gentleman Jack that I'm thinking about. It was a little pricier than the Jack Daniels, but man, was it good. I don't think I can post the picture of that. Gentleman Jack. There's another one, too, that I'm thinking about. It's been so long since I've had anything like this that, You know, I can't. Ha, Rymel. Rymel, how you like me? It's fake, baby. Class A. Yeah, brother. Ed, Maker's Mark is a good one. Pro YT Club. Hello. Can I pick it up when I get my Annie Green Springs wine? Mike McGill from Arizona. Good morning. Sorry, I got way behind. Oh, Glenn Livet is Scottish. Scottish and Irish, I don't want to say are the same thing, but to a dumb American. So it was Gentleman Jack, you guys, I was thinking about. That's the bottle that I had in my head. But there's also another one. Jim Schultz, good morning. How are you? Walter, how are you, bud?
Ciao, Paul. That was fun on your birthday.
Dude, you had me wrong. David Francis, good morning. How are you? British Expat, is that you in the backstage? Do me a favor, British Expat, change that to your channel name, and I'll bring you on, okay? Change your name to your. That way we can get you. That way people can subscribe to your channel. Unless you don't want that, that's fine. We can put you up as Jane Loves Tarzan. Mark Rios, good morning, brother. How are you? Timmy Ramjam wants to make some silly comment about markets. Evan Williams, GP substitute, and it's nice. Oh. Where am I at? I'm Cascade Hiker. How far are you walking around there? Almost impossible. Right, Walter?
Yeah.
CRs in public, they're impossible.
If you're at a mall, you're usually in good luck. But
yeah.
But then again, if you only got to go number one, you just do it the Filipino way. Go up to a wall and let it go.
Everybody gets to the public here, sadly. British Expat, come on back. Yeah, Walter. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on here. I'm going to mute you for a second, Walter, and see if I'm getting feedback from you. Okay, how about now?
I'm hearing you good now.
How about now? Feedback now? Just a little bit. Are you using a speaker on your end?
No, I'm just on the laptop, and everything else is shut off.
It was a lot. It was a lot worse a little while ago. It's not so bad right now.
Oh, okay.
British Expat, you are welcome to join us if you would like. Go back into the backstage. I'll bring you on. Walter, how are you?
Doing well. Doing good.
Okay,
so,
guys.
Things are changing a little bit, huh?
What's that?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
This is Walter from Pirate Cove Philippines. I put his channel up a little bit earlier. Somebody had some visa questions, and I sent them to your channel.
Great, thanks.
Put your link up. Walter lives over in Malolos, and Melanie and I, in better times, have went over there to visit them.
When we could go visit each other. Yeah.
When you could put your wife on the back of a motorbike and actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
SF Bokaki, all the walls have signs that say, please don't piss here.
That's where everyone goes.
Justin Rogers' situation is when BI opens back up, you've got 30 days to go get it renewed.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. I got something last night. You might have seen it on that group I have. I put it up, and it was from the BI, and it explained things a little bit more, and especially like if you have to leave, if you're under a year or over a year. But also it said any quarantine. It doesn't matter if it's the you're under the modified ECQ, right? And then up here we're on the GCQ now, or what? No, we're on modified also. They changed ours also. But even if you're just on the general quarantine, any quarantine at all, you don't have to go in. So we have until they lift everything, and there's no quarantine. And I know I think I saw one of your one of your comments was that he couldn't go in because he's 60, and they don't let you go anywhere. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Until all the quarantines are lifted, no matter what they are, and we can all go back to freely moving around. We don't have to go in and take care of our visa extensions. So now, if you're leaving, that's a different story. If you're over a year, you're going to have to go find an office and get in. How do you get a pass to go there if you're 60? Well, they didn't answer that.
Yeah.
But same thing with your case too. It also stated about about beyond. So same with you. So you're fine.
Yeah. You see the comment?
No, I don't think I did see it.
No, just look at the screen.
Oh, the Taco Brothers channel. Yeah, I guess we deserve that one, huh? Don't we? We can't seem to get together and not talk about tacos or where we're going to find them next.
Yeah.
It would go down real well right now. Two things I need: tacos and a haircut.
Yeah.
And the problem with the haircut is they said that they may not open those up for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. You don't seem to have that problem near as much, but I don't know what people are going to do. They're going to go around with a bad haircut because the wives are suddenly going to start cutting hair, or what? I'm not going to let Ducky cut mine. So
the dog groomer cuts mine.
I told the wife to put the word out for the guys at the barbershop down the street here. If he wants to come by, I'll make it worth his while to do a house call.
Based the British expat in the Philippines, if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. How are you, sir?
And
hey, good to meet you. I've seen your comments many times, but I've never seen you before.
No, they can't. Okay. I'll just, hang on. How do you take the earphone off?
Oh, he's got those fancy earbuds, wireless earbuds.
Those are high tech.
Where's my
He must be a rich foreigner. He's one of those rich foreigners.
Yeah. I can't afford those. Sorry.
Okay, now how do we go to live? Audio. Can you hear me now, guys? You can. Okay, right. For some reason I can't hear you, but that's okay. It's my end probably.
Oh,
nice to put a face Pirate Cove.
How you doing?
Hello again to hosts. This is fun. Now I really am a deaf old bastard. My hearing aid is working. I can hear everything in the house. Before I could hear you on the little earlobe. We'll get it working properly. I'll probably end up with one of those stupid headphones on. That way you can hear me. But you guys carry on talking, and I'll try and sort out the audio my end.
Okay.
Okay. See, I'm lip reading you guys. Now, how do I?
So, Pilo, have you been out and about since they lifted things a little bit?
Not yet. Today is like day one, really, for us.
Oh, really?
Actually, I heard that our Class A mall opened up out in town yesterday. But I haven't been out because they're saying that you still need, I don't know why they're opening the mall up, but you still need a quarantine pass to go out.
Yeah, that's what
so
I heard.
Why is the mall up?
I know.
Doesn't make sense to me.
No. They're going to have to sort things out as they go. You know, there's no playbook for all this.
Yeah.
They're coming up with all this, and then all of a sudden people are going, oh, we forgot about that or forgot about this. And I think that's happening in a lot of places, not just the Philippines. So hopefully over the next few days, they'll make modifications to it. I went out yesterday, but I didn't go to the mall. But boy, traffic was back to normal, backed up. We had to run a few errands, and things were backed up. Was able to stop at one of our favorite little diners. Unfortunately, we had to just order and do takeout. But you know, we got something decent for lunch, and
yeah.
But yeah, traffic was sure back. Traffic might lighten up a little bit. I'm sure everyone's got that, you know, want to get out mode, and you know, got a few errands they want to run. I didn't see that many businesses open, but there was some.
How you doing there, Nick?
I can hear you, but I have a feeling that doesn't work too well with you.
No, you sound okay.
Yeah, sound good here.
Try it again.
So, Pirate Cove, you're in America, right?
No, I'm in Malolos.
Oh, we're all in the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
We're all prisoners.
All prisoners here in the Philippines.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I've only just started. It's good fun doing it. A lot of people dropping in, and it fills in the pastime, but it's fun to do. It's not all about making money in my case. Yeah, well, maybe one day. Who knows?
Okay, guys, I have put British Expat's channel up there in the comment section. And if you would take a minute there, British Expat, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, why are you in the Philippines, how'd you get here? How long have you been here?
Well, I'm a British. Yeah, I'm very British. And I was born in England. That makes me British. And I'm 72 on Monday next week, so you can shout out on Monday. I'm 72 years old, going into my 73rd. And I've been here for 6 years here in the Philippines with a Filipino named Jane. As you know, they're all Maganda.
Oh, yeah.
And what else? I emigrated originally to New Zealand, where I followed a girlfriend, but unfortunately I went by plane, she went by boat, and she ended up with a boyfriend by the time she got to New Zealand, so I was out of the picture. So I moved on with life and started my adult life at 18 in New Zealand. So then I finally moved over around 2021 to Australia. So from there, I've been in Australia. I've traveled back to New Zealand for a period of time. And I did work in London when I started my adult working life in England at 50. I went back there and started doing loft conversions, which is converting the loft into another apartment often, or maybe having a few bedrooms upstairs. And I'm currently I've lived here all this time in the provinces of La Union, which is about 5 hours by a bus, 6 slow, in a little place called Capitan Sur, which is about 15 minutes walking distance from Nagilian, on the way between Bawang and Baguio City.
Yeah.
So that, and I've committed to building a house. It's taken me about 2.5 years, I suppose, and there's Jane behind me, and we're doing like an overseas foreign work. We built the main part of the house, and I'm doing most of the fitting out inside. Slow and laborious, but it's saving money. But we're just doing little bit by little bit. So out of my pension, which is about $1,500 a month, which you can live quite comfortably here in.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Magandang umaga, Jane. Kamusta?
What was that?
I was talking to your wife, but she left already.
No, she's here. She's like an angel fluttering about.
Magandang umaga.
Jane, she speaks very good English. Better
How
English.
are you guys?
Better English than Americanish and my Australianish.
Nice to meet you all here.
Nice to meet you
Real
too.
nice to meet you.
My
Well-
name is Jane.
Hello, Jane. Nice to meet you.
I'm Walter.
Hello, Walter.
Oh, that's better. No, I don't call you Pirate Cove. Walter. Now, I only know one Walter. Ultimate Dreams.
Yeah.
It's when you have grandiose ideas and you think higher than possible for yourself. It's like I dreamed to be president of the United States. There you are. Walter Mitty dream. I hope that's not marijuana.
You know, we really love the La Union province. I've been up there with my family to the city of Bawang, to the China Sea Beach Resort. We stayed there 2 or 3 nights, China Sea Beach Resort, and then we took another trip up to 100 Islands about a year ago, which was just fantastic.
Man, I saw that video. That was real good.
Yeah, in San Juan.
Yeah, San Juan. Yeah, that's just the next province down, right? From La Union.
We're about 30 minutes away from San Juan.
If you drive like a Filipino, we're there in 20 minutes.
Yeah, we were in the city of what's it called? Alaminos, right? Alaminos is where 100 Islands is.
Yeah, that's in Pangasinan, the province of Pangasinan.
Pangasinan, that's right. And I've heard the city of San Fernando is really nice. Do you venture up there very often?
Yes.
San Fernando?
San Fernando is where I work.
So we
Oh.
have two guapos and one Pangasinan at the moment, and one Maganda. Now,
Hi.
what is the Never mind. I said to somebody, a subscriber, his wife was Gandika, which is beautiful. And I said, he was Mr. Pangan. And I was only joking. So, because I wrote Charot afterwards. Oh my God. Dreadful messages about Jane and her, how ugly she was. That was our first experience of a basher. He's now.
But that's
Yeah,
okay.
Western, you know, the one thing that you learn really quick here is Western humor doesn't go over very well here.
No, don't worry about it.
Western humor, and, yeah.
That's why I cut my hair short, so that it run over the top.
Maybe one day when you come to La Union, maybe you can drop by and we can all meet. We can go to Taiwan.
Yeah, you have to bring your own alcohol. Though.
No problem.
You realize that I can't afford. Jane's a good book.
I definitely need to get up that way. After seeing your video at 100 Islands, 1,000 Islands, whatever it was,
Yeah.
we definitely want to try to get up that way here sometime soon. But you know how it is having this business here. Kind of keeps us tied down, but hopefully things will change for us soon.
Ramel, thank you.
She's gone.
Jimmy Ramjam, you're pushing. Buddy.
Jane's they're calling for you. See, I know they're not interested in me. They want someone beautiful to grace their channel.
No. It's nice to be interacting with people like you on YouTube. It's like you learn things about the places you've been to. I mean, sharing about all the experiences that you have here in the Philippines. It's a nice thing. It's like you're loving the life that you have chosen to be in the Philippines. Philippines is the best place, I think. I think that way because I am a very patriotic person. I love the Philippines. I can never imagine myself living somewhere outside the Philippines.
You have traveled with me.
But I was born a Filipino. I will die as a Filipino. That's what I say. I love it.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, it's great to meet both of you.
Come on, host Walter. Your turn. I don't want to give everybody.
Everyone knows me pretty well, but I've been here. I'm in my 6th year now, working on year 6, and Philippines is home. It's my home, and I love it here. It has its challenges, but every place you go does, you know. But I spent 55 years in the United States, so I can live the rest of it out here.
Baba, you need to check also on the guys on the other house because they might be.
I've just been reminded that some young guys that are going to be plastering a wall in the front of the property that we're building. I gave them money this morning. I suppose I should go up there and kick a bit of dust, just make sure that check on them and see if they're doing things. But it's been really nice being on here. And good luck to everybody.
Thank you for having us on your LS. See you.
Okay, come back next week. I'm
on your LS. We will be joining again, and we will be showing some support. And we will.
Okay.
Great to meet you guys.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Trying to work out where the camera is. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. That check him out. I'll put the link up.
That's a sweet couple.
Yeah. And let me go back to the home page here. Just a second. YouTube PH.
Hey, I see Jay's Journey. Wow, how you doing, bud? I haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't been getting around to all the channels here lately. Good to see you.
Yeah, help me out there. I'm searching. There you are. Okay, we'll put Walter's channel back on again there for everybody to check out if they haven't already. Justin Rogers, I love Philippine life. It's the only life. All right. Yeah, James he has been in the live stream probably every week for the last month. maybe longer. So I figure if he can come on, we may as well get him on. Jay's Journey, welcome again. So I wonder, Walter, do you know if SM Marilao opened up?
I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't even know if our mall is open yet. I didn't try to go by there, and I haven't heard from anybody about it.
Yeah.
I know when I was there grocery shopping, they were doing quite a bit of changes around where they were lining everybody up for the supermarket and that. And so yeah, I could see some activity going on, like they were getting ready to. I think that was Thursday I was there. So I would imagine maybe it's going to try to open. I don't know how it's going to work out. People standing in line outside to go into the mall like they do the supermarket.
Oh, man.
You know, and especially now that everything's opened up, everybody is out. You know, where normally maybe not that many people would, you know, not everybody would be out. Where now everybody is out.
Yeah.
Because they got things they need, you know, this and that. You know, who knows? But I think it's going to be that way for probably a couple weeks. And then, like we were just talking earlier, they're going to have to work out some of the details. You still need a pass to go in there. I'm lucky I've got a frontliner badge, so I get to go past any checkpoint. I get to go past, I don't have to wait in line. I can go right to the front of the line, walk right in. And having that pass really is nice. I'm spoiled.
Okay, and I just posted the Adventure of Malai link as well, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Melanie, my wife, that's her channel. John Marlin's asking if you know where the Vista Mall is there, Malolos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I haven't been by there in a long time. Well, probably even haven't been past it in the last year. I don't go over that way too often. I'm on the other side of town.
So far, no. I hope they don't do that in Thailand. Oh. Yeah, I read that too, that in Thailand they were requiring you to sign in on like a roster when you went to a market.
I saw something. I saw someone post something that somewhere they were having to go, they had to put down their address and phone number.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
People help with international. Yeah,
well, I don't know about the international travel. There is just absolutely nothing out there about it, about even a guess as to when it's going to start up. And I think it's going to be that way pretty much all through Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Nobody is talking about, you know, a set time period or when they're even looking at it again.
Yeah.
I know the airlines are really looking at it really big time. A lot of airplanes are getting parked and retired. I know you like to flying that A380, and they are. If you don't fly on one of those in the next year, you'll probably never fly on one again because they are parking those things everywhere. There's just no way they can afford to operate them. Even if those are full, they don't make the money that the other planes do. That airplane is very high cost. It's not bad on fuel per seat, but the maintenance cost and all the extras that go along with that type of airplane has just never worked out for the airlines that well. It was more of a prestige, kind of like the Concorde. The Concorde never made $1 flying passengers, no matter how much you pay for those seats. It was the prestige of that type of aircraft. Well, same way the A380 is. And the airlines are just going, I don't care if the thing's got 5 or 6 more years of life, they're parking them.
Yeah.
this one company in Germany is trying to do a type certification to get them modified as a freighter, which would work out pretty well. Not for heavy loads, but like for parcels, which you don't load the plane that heavy, actually flying parcel, mail and that type of stuff, package type thing. They'll do good for that because they can put quite a bit in one of those.
Yeah.
But they can't handle the big loads. They wouldn't be able to fully load it on big loads, heavy loads, because the gross weight of the airplane would just be too high. But that's going to probably be, the future for that airplane.
If I remember correctly, the last time I was on the Airbus A380, that's the big one, guys. For those of you who don't know, it's the biggest commercial airliner, right? Walter?
Oh yeah, by a lot. Yeah.
I think my seat number was like 137F or something. I was only 3/4 of the way back.
Oh yeah.
I was in aisle 37. Just an amazing airplane. Oh my God.
It's big. It
must have really been something to be a part of the actual construction of that,
Oh yeah. I mean, it's, they really they really don't. It was as big for Airbus as it was for Boeing when they first put out the 47 in 1969. I mean,
Wow.
they gambled the company on that, and nobody thought it would ever work. But
Wow.
the 747 definitely worked out. 50 years, they are still flying today. It'll be over this next year. The very last of those that are still flying will be parked, and it'll just be freighters. But it's a very good freighter airplane.
Yeah.
But that's about it for that. But Airbus gambled everything on it. So they're good airplane now that everyone's going to want to use is the A350. The fuel efficiency on it is really good, and operating cost is real good, and it's the airlines are going to like that one quite a bit. They really do like it already, and it's got great range. I believe they made the longest flight, commercial flight yet, recently with one of those. So
Wow.
they did real well. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like I say, in international travel, I just don't see it, especially here in Southeast Asia, because nobody is going to open up the country for it yet. So.
Well, the FAA, which has always been my go-to travel site for years and years, and I started looking at flights from Manila to San Francisco, Manila to LAX, and there's tons of flights that are scheduled.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They give you the price and you can buy your ticket and everything, but I don't think they have any idea whether those planes are actually going to leave the ground.
No. And people are booking them and they're paying the money on it, and then they keep getting bumped, and they don't cancel the damn thing until this, maybe 2 weeks or so ahead of time, or a month ahead of time.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have got money tied up in it, and so it forces them to stay with that airline, or wait for how long before they get their money back.
Well, I was getting direct flights to San Francisco for $530, Asiana.
That's pretty good. I think a lot of them here at first are going to try to cut the rate for a while in order to try to get people back on, and then the prices will probably gradually work its way back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I see the price is going to be probably higher than it was, before all this happened. But I think at first you're going to see the prices down. All of them are going to try to entice people to get, flying again and get people back on. But it just there's just no way to really anticipate when it's going to happen. And I know you keep up on the Facebook groups. Everybody's asking over and over and over about flights, and it's hard to tell everybody. I just don't see anything. Now maybe that'll change here soon. There's been a lot of changes since all this happened here for the last 2 months, but that one I just don't have any idea what's going to happen there.
You know, I think what's confusing a lot of people is the fact that, just like I did the other day, you can go on any travel website and book a flight anywhere in the world. They're selling a ticket.
Yeah.
You know, and they're selling you a ticket for a decent price. But I think that's what's confusing a lot of people. They're saying, why can I buy a ticket? Why would they sell a ticket if they're not going to open it up? And I think it's just kind of a wait and see type thing. Don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Because at any time, you know, Thailand can say, okay, we're open now. We'll let foreigners come back in, or the Philippines may. But you know, it all depends on the country too. It's just like here, they're not allowing anybody to come in unless you're married and you know, you have a residency here or that. That's about it.
Yeah.
Only people coming in, even guys that have the SRRV visa, and they pay a lot of money for that visa. A lot of those guys are single, or well, let's say they're not married, okay, and so they get that one. And well, a lot of them are married too, but they prefer to have that one. They paid a lot of money for that visa, and you can't get in the country on it unless you're married. So I see a lot of complaints going on all over Facebook about it.
Yeah.
And you know, I guess I would be upset too. You know, you pay that premium price and you still can't travel. Lucky for me, I don't travel out of the country. I have not been out of this country since I arrived here in April of 2015. But you know, that's not how everyone does. You know, a lot of people, I just like you guys, you know, you want to take that yearly vacation over, you know, not only for your visa, but you know, hell, it's your birthday. It's, you know, the only time you guys get to really get out and really do something, you know, kind of fun together.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys do that, not just for the visa, but you know, that's part of why you came over here, was to travel around, see places, you know.
Yeah, being in the States puts you so much closer to everywhere else. You're just short 2-hour hops from almost everything now. Now that you're here, you know.
Yeah, and the flights are, you know, they were so cheap. You know, it made it, you know, real reasonable. It's not like you're having to make a 15-hour flight to go somewhere. You know, you can make, you know, if you only got to fly a few hours, it makes a 3-day weekend somewhere, you know, here close, pretty easy to do. But
Holly, if you read that, I'm assuming probably your wife is Filipino and she's trying to get to the U.S.
Wow.
Or are you saying she lives in Washington and she's trying to get into the Philippines? It's hard to tell by that comment.
Yeah, it sounded like she was here and is not able to go back to their home in Washington. Yeah.
It could go either way.
Now, I thought that, well, I believe what I read was that Filipinos are restricted unless they're OFW. But if they're just traveling as a tourist, that they can't even go.
Yeah.
They're letting OFWs leave. Clyde, what do you got going here? What was that long flight haul? There was a 787 dream. You know, Clyde, you might be right. It might have been the 787, but I thought a 350 was also attempting to do the longest one, or something like that. It's probably not very much further than that. All they got to do is get 10 more kilometers, and they got the record. But yeah, I mean, that's a long ways. It wasn't that many years ago that would have been unheard of, but now, you know, they're able to do it. So it makes connecting. You don't have to go to the big hubs to connect. You know, you can do like Dallas to Tokyo or something like that, instead of having to go into LAX or SFO or New York and then hit the big hub to get to, you know, they're able to do these flights like that. So, and that's where kind of another problem with the 380 is that back back when they were making that, they were looking at all the long haul flights were going into the major hubs around the world. And then they started looking at point to point type flights. And the point to point actually became more popular. And so they were able to start doing that. And that was another thing that kind of bit the 380, was just the way the market changed and the way the operations all changed. And that happened a while back. That's been 5, 7, 8 years ago that started happening more and more. So now with all the hits going on with the rest of it, it's just, unfortunately, is really, and the price for that airplane and not be able to get the whole service life out of it, retire it early, that's a huge loss for the airlines.
Paulie, I think you can only. I can see what you're saying now, Paulie. Your wife is in Naga City. She can't travel to Manila because of the GCQ.
Oh yeah, okay. There's the other big problem. Yeah.
She can't get to Manila to get on one of the repatriation flights.
If they would ever get to the general quarantine, they're going to allow the domestic flights to start, and then people can travel and fly into Manila to get one of those flights. But they, as long as Manila stays on anything above the general quarantine, they're not going to allow those domestic flights. That really sucks.
Urban 9. I think January 2021 is even being generous. I think it's going to be longer than that.
It could be, but I would have to agree with 2021, hopefully early.
Yeah. Lucas, friend. Let's see what we got here. If you are going to travel on, there you go. Yeah, that's good advice. If you're trying to get out, work with your embassy. But I can see it. You would think that there would be a way for somebody to be able to make their way through the checkpoints and get to Manila because they've got a repatriation flight. There would think there'd be something that they could issue you that would give you the right to travel by land to Manila.
Yeah.
There must be a way to do it. She has a right to get to Manila, but the driver will be in quarantine after dropping her off. The driver will be in quarantine. I see. Melanie, honey, you want to... Oh. I thought it would be my wife learning to shovel and snow blow. Oh, shit.
Another complaint that's going on in the groups is that you get on that list for, and I'm talking about the sweeper flights. These are the repatriation flights, and they have the flights in. It's a domestic flight to get you to Manila, and then but you have to have the flight booked with Philippine Airlines for the through the embassy for the repatriation flights, and but then people don't get called back. You get on the list and they wait for the call, and they're not being called back.
Yeah,
they try to call and they can't get nothing but automatic phone messages, and I hear a lot of that going on. So it sounds like it's just a complete cluster. You know what?
Wow.
I can't imagine the frustration people are having trying to get out of here. I feel for all of them. Don't know what to. You know, all you get is the the standard messages as to what to do and who to call and what list to get on. But if they don't follow through on their end, I don't know what people can do.
Wow. So they're really charging.
Yeah, $1,200, and then the sweeper flight within the Philippines is $200 on top of that. So you got $1,400 just in airfare for a one-way.
That's double the money.
Oh yeah.
Because if you look on Expedia right now, you can get a flight to LA for about $550 on Asiana. Scott Expat, good morning. Well, Polly, I'm sure that your wife she's stuck with family, so hopefully she's taking this in stride and an extended vacation for your wife, Polly, right? In the Philippines, baby. Hey, what's the deal with apparently everyone's dumping Skype and going to a new program called Zoom? What's up with that? You know anything about it?
Can you say that again? I didn't catch all of it.
Apparently everybody is dumping the Skype program, and they're signing up for a new program that's called Zoom.
Oh, I know. I keep hearing this Zoom thing, but I'm barely able to get logged on to you. I don't know how I'm old school. I don't know how to do this stuff. But yeah, I hear that's everyone talking about it. So
I saw a video yesterday. It was a tech video, and he was talking about different technologies and the way things have advanced. And he called out Skype. He said to Skype, "What happened, Skype? You've been there. You had a 17-year head start, and this Zoom company came in and took all your business in 2 weeks."
Wow. Well, if they were smart, they would have been on top of it, because now everyone's going to be forced to, work from home, and there's not going to be near as much business travel. Everyone's going to be on conference calls and all this type of stuff. And so that's going to be big business now, a real big business. And it's probably going to last for a long time now. It's going to change the way a lot of companies do business. And I probably getting a seat in business class on any airplane when international travel does start up will be a piece of cake, because there are going to be a lot of open seats there now.
Yeah. Michael, no idea. There's no way to tell.
Really don't see it. Probably not for this year. Probably Chinese, yeah. Zoom is probably Chinese. Yeah, well, that would probably make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, Block would have been doing streaming video killed everybody in the rental business. So I never paid for Skype. Is Skype a paid service now? Melanie and I used Skype forever and ever and ever. I mean, we probably got 5,000 successful Skype calls.
Uh-oh.
But I always hear everybody talking about Zoom now, so I was just wondering, why is it just because it's new and everyone's transitioning over to it? Or, I mean, you can video chat with Messenger now.
Yeah, that's all I use if I'm, going on something.
James Lonergan, Microsoft model. Okay.
Oh, hey, before I forget, I wanted to back up. There were some questions about the 13A visa early on, if any of those people are still in here. And, it came up about the annual report at 310 pesos once a year. As far as getting the 13A, you don't have to get it in Manila. You can get that at other locations around the Philippines, but normally is going to be a district office. And it won't be like, okay, we always go to SM North. That one, that office won't do it. They call that a field office. They have district offices. Major one is Cebu, and then you have Davao. Tacloban is one. There's about 10 or 12 district offices around, and those will all do the 13.8. Now they process, and then everything goes to Manila, and then it comes back, and then you go through the process to get your ACR card. That comes out of Manila also. So the time frame is a little bit longer, and how long it's going to be now after all this, I don't know. Whenever they start doing them again, which probably is going to be a while, because there's going to be a backlog for them, and they're probably not going to want to be processing 13As for a while. But when they do, it does take longer. Manila is the fastest way to do it and the easiest if you're in that area, but it requires a few visits. So you would have to come to Manila more than once. I actually made 4 visits both times, the first time and then also the second time.
Wow.
There again, if you check my channel, I explain it, but there's also, if you're say in the United States or in England, Australia, you can get this in your home country. And when you do, you arrive here and you get permanent right off the bat. You don't have to go through the 1-year probation. And a lot of guys prefer to do that. Now they do a couple extra things though. They do check your income. You have to get a medical. That's the 2 major differences. When you're here, they do not make you provide documents for your income, and you don't have to have a medical. So, whatever way you want to go. It's not that hard to do it here if you're going to do it here, but it can be done in your home country. Most of your home countries, your Western countries. So I just wanted to back up on that. If anybody is still in here, I saw that when I first got on, and I had a few things to do so I could come on. So anyway, back to the normal programming. Yeah, work from home. Yeah, that's going to put that Zoom business really, really out there.
Welcome, Carl. No, the visas will all get ironed out relatively easy. It's just going to take a little time to do it. Shouldn't be a big deal.
It'll probably be busy when they do open up.
Yeah. I'm not going to go around week number 3, I think. I'm going to wait it out. Dave Sheridan, good morning. Thanks for joining.
Morning, Dave.
Probably, yeah.
Lucas, you actually make 4 visits when you go in. You go in to file it, and then you go back after about 10 days for an interview with your wife, and then you have about a 6-week wait for your name to come up on the list, and then you go back, and they actually issue you the visa order. And once you have that order, you go to the next window, and only then do they process your ID, and then you got to go back for your ID after that. So it takes 4 visits. Now, in some cases, and I've told guys this, especially if they've traveled to Manila, or say, you're on another island, and to get to that district office, you had to travel, maybe a ferry or something to another island. If you ask them when you file, say, is there a way I can get in for the interview today or maybe tomorrow morning, we had to travel from another island. They will accommodate you. I've had several people give me feedback on that they accommodated the interview same day or the next morning. So that saves that trip, 10 days later.
Yeah.
So they especially the district offices will work with you on it. Manila, they can often squeeze you in because they have about 4 or 5 lawyers up on the 4th floor that take care of the interview. So they can normally squeeze you in, and the interview takes about 3 minutes. I mean, they asked us 3 questions, and that was it. We were in and out. It was just like, it was basically rubber stamped. They see enough people that they can kind of go, yeah, it's legit. They're just looking for people that are trying to scam the system, and they know what they're looking for right off the bat. Yeah, Dave, you won't have no problem that it'll be a while before you can get back in. They're gonna extend everybody, so there won't be no problem when that one expires, that it won't be done on time. How long it's going to take before they can process and get your permanent now that you're going back in for that, that probably is going to take a while, because they're going to be pretty busy at first trying to get everybody's tourist visa extensions taken care of along with everything else. So they're probably not going to process right away, I would guess. I'm only guessing at that, but you have no problem that it's going to expire soon. So you just going to have to, like everybody else, just wait it out. Pilo's waiting his out. He's already an overstayer.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Yeah.
Oh, the dual citizen. Cool. I've heard that's pretty easy. It doesn't, as far as, getting that visa, it doesn't really matter. You can do it Philippines or the USA. All it is a one document you're going to need, and that's your marriage certificate. And you can get the one here fairly easy, although you do have to wait a couple months, 2 to 3 months after you get married before they'll actually have it on file. But if you get the one from the USA, they have a process now called apostle, that you have to have it apostoled now. And I'm not sure the details of that because I didn't have to do that myself back then, but they started that last year. Also, for any paperwork for guys that are getting the SRRV visa, they have to get all those documents from the USA apostolated or apostled. But I hear they have companies that do this for you, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I believe you have to pay a little bit to get those done. As far as in the Philippines, it's really easy. You're going to get 2 documents from it's called it used to be called the NSO. Now it's the wow. Brain cells are not working. It used to be the NSO. CRS, man. CRS is kicking in. Anyway, you get your documents from there, your marriage certificate and your wife's birth certificate.
PSA.
PSA.
No.
Thank you, Pilo.
No problem.
Yeah. Getting old sucks, dude.
It's not for wussies.
No.
Dave showed, and there's not going to be any fines that you have to pay. The only thing you're going to have to do is when we do finally go to immigration, we do have to make the back pay, of course. Okay, so but there won't be any fines. Everyone's
save your pesos.
Yeah, that first trip back's going to be a big one. I'm going to renew my ACR card too because I've been on Balikbayan for 2 years, so my
Yep.
ACR is expired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. Fiance
Yeah.
visa. The fiance visa is probably way on the back burner for them right now.
Yeah. And then when they open up, they're just going to be flooded with so much, just like the immigration is going to be flooded for the longest time. And wow, that's going to be a mess. I bet it's a year before they can get back to their normal slow progress on things. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about normal slow in the Philippines. Okay. You add all of this backlog to it, patience is going to be very difficult.
And all the people that are still filing right now, they're filing now because they're at home. They got nothing else to do.
No.
You know, the fiance visa is typically 4 months from the time you file to the time that your Filipino fiance arrives in the U.S. And this will take it up to a year, I bet, 12 months processing.
CRS at 40. I probably did. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that priority line at the mall. I was using that for a while there. Now I got my frontliner badge, so I can just bypass anywhere I go. And I'm over 60, so I can go out.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of the audio, but it's not that bad. USA time becomes Philippine time. Yeah, it's strange times, man. That's what you can say.
I saw an article that said that they found proof of a parallel universe where time runs backwards. So I got to thinking, if time runs backwards in that parallel universe, then Filipinos are ahead of time now.
Yeah.
Hey, it was just a thought, you know. Maybe we're the ones that's behind, always being early.
Jack Kane, I use Quezon City, SM North.
I used that. Oh, the first few years I was here, I was going down there every 2 months and doing my visa extension. It was great because I'd always have something at the mall I needed, or at least go down and get some lunch. Something decent. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I got my 13A, and it was like, oh, I don't get to go down there every 2 months. Kind of was a bummer, Everyone's complaining about how they got to go in every 2 months and get their visa extension. I looked forward to it, and the office down there was so easy to go in and out, just, like that. 10, 15 minutes, and I was always done.
SM North.
Oh, I love that place. It's great.
Yeah.
And you can't see it all.
No.
I've been through there quite a bit myself. I spent some time in there just killing time. And then I walk in, and then there's another big, huge area of it. And I'm like, oh my God, 4 floors. Over in the block where I met you the first time and we had lunch.
Yeah.
At Mexicali's, right?
Yeah.
I've never been in the block, and I go in there and I look up and I go, oh my God, this.
And then you've got Trinoma just across EDSA on the connector bridge. So.
Oh yeah. And then Trinoma, I can't even get around in Trinoma. I just get all twisted around in that place. Oh. So, I am in Malolos City, which is about halfway between Manila and Angeles City. Which happens to be the the original constitution for the Philippines. It was called the Malolos Constitution,
Wow.
Malolos Congress. Didn't last very long. They dissolved it not too long after that, and then the U.S. came in and took over everything, bought the place from Spain and took it all over. But it was the original.
Yeah. For procrastinators, the Philippines like me.
That's true. I was a terrible procrastinator for years on a lot of things. Other things I was kind of but a lot of things I procrastinated about, and here all seems normal. So I guess this is where procrastinators belong.
That's true.
I got to get back and start doing some videos. I don't know what it is. I go through these phases where I don't even want to pick up the camera, and then it just spirals. And here I am, more than 2 months since I've done a video. I really need to get back at it.
Yeah.
I became kind of the cat guy around here now. I've got two rescue cats, along with our 3 that we had, and we had one rescue cat that's been with us for a little while, and then now Saturday we found a little orphaned 1-week-old cat, so I'm rescuing that one and bottle feeding that damn thing every 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
So, I don't know how I got into this. I don't know.
So you're like
Well, the vet's office got a chair for me all set up with my name on it, so because I had one that got injured here, and he's still on the mend, and he's been back and forth. So I don't know, kind of my thing right now, but I definitely need to get some videos done. I may start doing cat videos. I see cat videos, and they got millions of views on cat videos, and 150,000 subscribers and 2.5 million views, and it's like, heck, that's easy. I don't have to do anything. The cat does all the work.
Yeah.
Don't need it. So I don't know. No, I won't. I'm going to get back. I promise everybody. Thanks for being patient with me. I go through these phases.
Yeah, Lucas, I'm talking about. Yeah, I remember that. No, that rain came down a little bit. Now it's right back to being just wet ass hot again. Oh man.
Oh, the humidity's back now. Yeah, I thought you guys were going to get slammed by that storm. When I saw it on Windy, that thing looked like it was going through your backyard.
Yeah. I thought so.
And we were getting plenty of wind here, and I'm, a good bit more, I guess westerly from you guys on that track. But on Windy, it was going through your backyard, and I'm thinking, oh man, you guys are going to get slammed. So I was surprised by your video. You just had, a little cleanup in the yard.
Yeah, we were all hunkered down, the whole family in the living room here, because it was a blackout and it was so hot.
Oh yeah.
But out there in the living room, we had all the windows open, so and all that wind was coming in, so it was cooling things down. But I thought for sure the roof was going to peel back a little bit. We did get so lucky. That's
the closest I've had one actually come through. Of all all the typhoon that's been here, going on, in my 6th year, they come through and we get a little bit of wind, and mostly we got rain from some of them here a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We just got poured on by some of them, even though it was far away. It was sucking all that moist air up, and we just got drenched by it.
Yeah.
But we had all that, but to actually have one that close, that was the closest. But if they don't get any worse than that, I'll cross my fingers and we'll go with that.
Yeah, Lucas, a couple of minutes, and I was just like, I'm staring at him. I'm going, how come he's not moving? What the hell's he doing? That's when I typed, what the hell is this? It was pretty good. Mike Foodie, welcome to the chat, brother. James, another typhoon's cooking up. Uh-oh. Yeah, Dave, the puppy is Melanie's sister's neighbor. So we haven't seen the puppy. We hear it's doing very well.
Oh, that's cool.
The puppy didn't stay here. Maddie didn't like her.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Lucas. I'll be right back. Yeah, I was just sitting there watching that going, man, what the hell is he doing there? Is he picking up some health or something? What's he doing? I couldn't figure it out. There he is. Well, that's a good-looking cat.
Yeah, this is the one on the mend. He's the one that we think that he got hit by a tricycle. He got out from us and ran outside and came running back in, and his lower jaw was busted in 3 places. It was a mess. And for an animal, dog or cat, that's just. But the vet here got him back together, and he's doing pretty good. He's on the mend. He's playing with the other cats and hating this cone of death. But other than that, he's doing all right. He's
That's
a good cat.
That's one lucky cat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my life right now. Mending cats, rescuing cats. Oh well. Retired life, right?
Walter has officially become a cat person.
Yeah, I used to always joke about the cat lady, so I guess they're getting revenge on me now. I've always had cats around the house, but normally only like 1. Sometimes there was 2 when someone gave me a cat before, but I don't know. That's our kids. We don't have any kids, so those are our children.
Yeah, it's almost just one cat.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here's the cat lady. The other rescue cat fell in love with Dougie.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? Belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so happy.
We had fun with that. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make t-shirts for them when they come.
Oh, okay.
Just tell them.
So she set the bar pretty high for her birthday. You're gonna have to come up with something pretty good.
Oh, Dave, I know. You're really good.
Where is Melanie? Where is Melanie?
She's in the back room sewing.
Oh, that's nice.
She's out here running some of the sewing machines now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she has time to do that, but now when I try to find her, she's outside and she's at a sewing machine now. So I don't know how she does it.
Okay, bye, love. Bye-bye. See you. I'm gonna make t-shirts for you, for both of you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I'm a sucker for them.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's one lucky cat, because if there wasn't for the fact that a foreigner found him, you know.
I have to say, I'm real happy that the veterinary costs here are pretty low. He had to go through quite a bit. He had 2 surgeries on that to get him, and all the medicine and all that. We paid like $9,000 so far total, and that's cheap, because I had some very minor things done at vets in the United States. Anybody that's had any dealings with that, it costs more to have your pet taken care of in the U.S. than it does for yourself. So that's saying a lot right there. So they're pretty good with them too.
The U.S. vets are animal owners.
Yeah, so it's good, because I know there was times when I probably should have been taking a pet in and having this done, that done, shots, things like that, and I would get behind because it was like it costs too much.
Yeah.
But here, I'm pretty happily surprised by how inexpensive it is to take care of them. So I got to stay on that a little bit better here. So, like I said, the vet told me, well, I think I get a multi-cat discount now. So
There you go. They don't shout at me. True, Dave.
yeah, they really do become part of the family, don't they? Now that's a good idea, Justin. I like that. I'll suggest that to her. We'll come up with something. That might be what we need, huh?
Kind of corny for me to say, but it probably worked really good here.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping the rest of the year just kind of goes a little smoother. I think we started the year out with a typhoon, the last typhoon of the season. Then of course, we had the Teal volcano, which that was the big deal, and everyone's like, wow, 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 wow. And then now this, the earthquakes down in the Davao region on Mindanao.
Yeah.
Everyone's shaking and rocking and rolling over and over and over again down there. And now the typhoon again. I don't know what. I don't know. It's hard to say what's going on here. It's one of those years you want to erase and forget about.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, what Clyde is.
I was just going to say that, Clyde. Good question, Mike.
Oh, yeah. It's, well, let's see. I don't know about the dog. I think it was the same price. It might have been. The cat was 1,700 pesos, and that includes the shots. So that's, yeah, what's that? $35, $37, something like that.
Super cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap. She won't forgive you though, but the puppies get forgiveness, huh?
On any street corner, the dog and cat breeder event. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is hard here. So many people have mentioned that before about the pet problem here. You know, dogs and cats and all that.
Yeah.
They really should have some government program to spay and neuter and try to control. You know, um, it's unfortunate. So yeah, you can't save them all. You can't. You know, you can just try to do what you can with the ones you have. You know, just like you guys. You know that. You know, took care of that pup and stuff. It's all you can do. It's not like I'm on a mission or anything like that. It just kind of evolved in this. I don't intend to keep doing it, but you know, I got a kind of a soft heart for it. So yeah, I was really surprised by the cost. I really was.
I wonder what program Vietnam has, because there's no stray animals there at all, not even a single one.
Huh.
And the dogs that you do see are very well taken care of. They love their animals there. You know what I mean? But there's not one. We were there 4 days. We didn't see one stray dog anywhere in Taiwan. So a lot of people would think we're probably eating them, but I don't think that's the case.
I think a lot of people would probably say that, but probably not true.
They don't actually like dog there. It's only in a certain part of the country where dog is considered a delicacy. I think it's way up north. I think it's up in Hanoi. But they actually, pets are almost sacred there. They're very beloved in Vietnam. So they must have a program, I would imagine.
Yeah. People might be surprised by how many people do take care of their pets here. There's a lot of veterinarian offices here, and the one I go to is always full. Yeah. And there's a lot of people, you know, that are, you know, trying to take care of their pets, and that it's just unfortunate how many there are that are not taken care of. And you know, I'm certain people don't have that kind of money to spend on a pet, but
that's right.
It's one of the unfortunate things you do see on the streets here, and it does. A lot of people do comment on that. Takes a long time to change generations of attitudes and stuff with people.
Yeah.
And things don't happen fast here.
No change here. We've got, and on the list. Oh. Dave Sheridan, I don't think the culture shock goes away. I don't think you ever will get used to the culture here.
And I had only been here for a short time, you know, before when I was here. Yeah, it was there's a bit of a shock. I mean, I was prepared for quite a bit of it, but a lot of the things you don't think about. Now, you know, of course, if you're in Manila, people don't look at you there. They don't think too much of you there because they're kind of used to it. But like in your area, Pilo, and same here, if I go to neighborhoods, you know, that I haven't been in and stuff, or you know, or just traveling around town, yeah, I still get a lot of looks. Now in the barangay here, everyone knows me, so you know, it's pretty common around here. But I still get that, you know, from people around here. Because there's just no other foreigners around, so
yeah.
You get that you know, monkey in the cage look.
Yeah, you do.
But like in Manila, people don't even pay no attention to you.
No.
Probably the same way in Angeles, Cebu, probably Davao, places like that. Certainly like Dumaguete, because there's just so many foreigners around. It's this common thing. But
yeah,
you know, you're known in your area right there, but you probably don't even have to go half a kilometer away from your subdivision, and people will be like, "Oh, you know,
yeah."
They give you that look.
Don't see many of those now.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the cage thing. Even with the cats, you know, I don't like seeing the way they keep animals in cages here. That's the reason I don't have dogs. I don't have a place where they can, you know, the way I was raised, you had a big piece of land and you had dogs where they can run free.
Yeah.
And like that, or at least a nice big backyard or something that, you know, where you live, where dogs can, you know, run around. But putting them in cages, I don't like that.
It's a good question, Mark. I don't even know the answer to that, and I live here. I don't even know why. Maybe somebody in the room might know. I have no idea why they do.
I mean, I can see for short periods of time, you know, for, you know, something like that, of course. But you know, to be kept there all the time, no, I don't like that.
Steve, I don't know what the economy, housing or inflation, food prices, rent prices, all the above.
Oh, it's
Food-
going to take a hit, I'm sure.
Yeah, food seems to have gone up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, being a foreigner here, I don't think you notice it as much, but food has gone up. It's still, to someone like me and Walter, it's still pretty cheap.
Yeah.
In our mind. But, you know, to the average citizen here, they're like, my God.
Yeah, those few pesos that we see, you know, something go up, you know, doesn't really affect us much at all. But
Yeah.
you know, it's just a little bit. But you know, when you're counting pesos, it's definitely hard.
Yeah.
Why are you pulling on me? They're trying to get my attention over here.
Robert Dyer, he's still there. He's still there, that guy, that little dog.
Oh, that's sad.
Been there for 5 years. Yeah.
What are you doing? You trying to get in the show here, buddy? Huh?
I won't be able to get in at 4 p.m., so I've got 5 more hours. I'm counting. I know Johnny Beal is happy too. We haven't had a beer and so last one. Hey, buddy.
He wants in the show.
Man, that's a good looking cat.
Yeah, his name is Poggy. He got that name from Ducky.
Poggy.
So he's a Poggy cat, a handsome cat.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
All right, Walter, we're going to wrap it up. That's 2 hours for me.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. I might do another one on Friday. I don't know. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'll watch for it.
To everybody that's in the chat room, thanks for joining us today on our regular Tuesday live stream. We might do another one. I might do another one on Friday. I don't know just yet.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be changes and modifications to all the new rules by then. So
Yeah.
the way things have been going, seems like it's about every 3 days.
Johnny B doesn't have any work as an electrician. He's just trained. He went to school for it.
Oh.
Few expats should be taken to the vet. Funny.
Yeah, I've got a list of them. I boot them all out of the group. So.
Okay, guys. Walter, I'll see you either Friday or next Tuesday, bud.
All right, I'll check in with you. Thanks for
Okay.
having me on. I appreciate it. And
Anytime,
take care.
buddy. Okay.
Thanks for all the questions. Hope we can help out with any questions again sometime.
We always do. Thanks, bud.
All right. Bye now.
See ya. Okay. To everybody that slept in the chat room, thanks for joining us today. That was fun. And we'll either do another one on, you know, I've been trying to do 2 a week because it's harder to vlog now. It's harder to get a video going, you know, with being in the lockdown mode. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get a little bit more freedom here soon. There doesn't seem to be a plan here in the Philippines where they tell you a week from now you'll be able to go out. They tell you the day of, you know. That's the way you get your news here in the Philippines. So I can't tell you that a week from today they might lift the COVID pass and allow other people to go out the gate. I don't know that. I won't know that till the day they actually do it. So that's the way it works here. Anyway, thanks you guys for joining the live stream, and we'll probably see you on Friday. Bye now.